Chris Farley was always the life of the party. He was the kind of wild and crazy guy you just wanted to have a beer with.
When I came onto the show, we all knew that Chris partied harder than anybody.
Chris was savvy enough and smart enough to keep it away from the show for as long as he could.
Everybody knew that he had a problem, and we were just kind of all hoping for the best.
Farley's friends and family noticed that his partying was becoming a problem, and they had made attempts to get him to clean up his act.
Okay, well, we got this. We'll solve this, though we had no idea how to do that. So our interventions were bad. You know, Chris was just, like a lot of addicts, just kind of complying with it all just to save his job. It wasn't about being sober. It was about, okay, I'm just gonna make people happy.
At that point, Chris was drying out, using again, drying out and using again.
By the time Farley returned to SNL for his second season, things were escalating.
There was a very specific day that I remember. We had all gotten to read through. You know, outside of doing the show live, that was the most stressful part of the week. And Chris didn't show up. And then somebody at some point said, okay, we're taking a break. Everybody come back in an hour. Went out into the lobby, and I remember seeing David Spade, and he's like, hey, you wanna go to McDonald's? And I was like, yeah, let's go to McDonald's. There was a McDonald's in the basement of 30 Rock. So we get on the elevator doors close, and we're just going down, and the elevator doors open, and we see Chris. And Chris was not right. Chris had obviously done something major, some major drug, and I'm going to take a really good guess and say that it was heroin.
And when you say not right, what do you mean?
I mean that his whole body was just kind of like he had just really slowed down, and he was just like, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm so sorry, you're gonna be so mad at me. And we're like, we're not mad at you, and he kind of fell into me. David's looking at me, and I look at him, and he was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And then he was like, well, maybe if we can just get him to his office. As if we were going to hide him and protect him from the rest of the world, which is so insane. And so we're on the elevator. We go back up to 8H, and the elevator doors open. And we look out and we see a few people, you know, some of the other producers, and David was like, nope, let's take him back down. The elevator doors close. We go back down. The elevator doors open. And who is standing there? None other than Lorne Michaels. So Chris sees Lorne standing there, and he's like, Lorne, I'm sorry. You're gonna fire me, Lorne? Please don't fire me, I promise I won't do it again. And Lorne just stands there, and up until this point, I had really felt like that's my boss. I want to do right by him. I want to be validated by him. He was my boss. But in this moment, and I'll never forget it as long as I live, I literally saw him transition from boss to a father. And he was like, Chris, stop. I love you. We've got to get you some help.